It is 6:45 in the morning. I'd estimate it's about 30 degrees. It's pretty cold last night. Thermalite liner in the sleeping bag did help quite a bit, but it still was really, really cold. I think for bike packing, a tent is much more beneficial than this hammock setup. I just don't have the room or the capacity to carry a large sleeping bag. So I think a tent would be better insulating heat. Look at that sunrise. This little guy has been chirping at me all morning. Go ahead, take your pine cone. Are you giving me a pine cone? What is for breakfast this morning? I'm gonna go with mango oatmeal. I'm pretty excited for this oatmeal. It's warmed up a little bit, like 5 or 10 degrees, but it is still cold. There goes the logging truck, picking up the wood in piles that they had up there yesterday. It's great for the morning. And it's not like mango flavored, it's like chunks of actual dehydrated mango. Look at that sun coming up over the ridge. It has warmed up quite a bit. All right, and we're off. But we are gonna make a quick stop here and top off our water before we get on the road. It's a beautiful creek. I believe this is Gold Creek. Leaving Gold Creek and heading home. This is a pretty gorge. According to Trail Forks, I have 6.8 miles until we hit Highway 200. Then from there, I believe it's about 8 to 10 miles into Bonner, and we will practically be home. It's an interesting gorge. The scenery never ceases to amaze me. Love Montana. I just came up that road over there. It's pretty steep. The wind is whipping through this canyon, and it is cold. It's starting to get some rain. I find it very strange that my legs are not all burnt out. After this ride, you'd assume I could barely move them, but they feel really good right now. And just like that, the rain has stopped, and I've reached my downhill. This has been all downhill for 4 miles. This is fantastic. I haven't pedaled at all. All right, we made it to Highway 200. Now on to Bonner. And I have to compete with cars. Before we get moving, that was a great downhill. That was like 4 miles of non-stop downhill on a relatively smooth gravel road. I needed that. It's 9:57 and I've gone 7.66 miles. I'm pretty sure I've got about another, like I said, 8 to 10 to go to Bonner, but I'm not really sure about the full estimate on that. And away we go.
That is pretty awesome. Stuff like that you don't get to see when you're in a car. I had no idea that was there, and I've driven this road several times. This road also parallels and follows the Blackfoot River. We'll have great views of that as we're going. Despite the vehicles, this road does have some beautiful scenery. Beautiful Blackfoot River. So we've gone 10 miles. I think I'm gonna stop here along the Blackfoot and have some lunch. I think it's gonna be peanut butter again. I'm not near as tired as I should be. Back on the highway. It's so noisy after being in the wilderness. So many cars. Almost to Bonner. We're getting close. About another 2 miles. Well, I have stopped right here just before Bonner. I've always wanted to climb on this rock. Just a few more miles to go. It was an easy ride today. Mostly downhill. Entering Bonner. And arriving into Milltown. Anybody feeling deja vu? If you watch my Missoula Tura video, I was on this route before. I'm about 5 miles from Missoula. This has been a very amazing experience. There was a lot of planning involved, a lot of commitment on my half, a lot of dedication, and I surprised myself and I followed through. I didn't think I was. Like I said earlier, I'm no athlete. I like to hike. I've been hiking for a while. I like to get out. But this was very physically taxing. It was very rewarding, and I would definitely do it again. But it's a phenomenal experience. If you're sitting down, if you're considering, if you're thinking about doing something that may be a challenge, that you feel like you can't overcome it, just do it. Just try it. Just move toward it. Work toward that goal. You can achieve it. It's all about follow through. You know, the greatest limitations that we have are the ones that we put on ourselves. And with this, I kept pushing myself. I had a great support group of people who were all rooting for me, who all wanted to see me complete this and follow through, and some who even wanted to join me on it. Unfortunately, some of those individuals are in Florida, but it was a phenomenal experience. I feel very blessed to do the things I did and to witness the scenery that I got to see. This will not be my last bikepacking adventure. I've learned quite a bit from this trip about packing, how much to take, different gear. For the next trip, I think, which probably won't be till next summer, what I'm gonna need is new bike bags or panniers. The ones I have, I mean, they're all right, but they just don't have enough capacity to take what I need. And they're not really intended for the ride I was doing. They're more of like a pavement kind of ride. The second is, while the hammock was a good idea, I think a tent would be a much better setup for this process, especially with loading up gear and ease of use. That being said, I was better prepared than I thought I would be for a lot of the conditions that I was in. I want to once again thank everybody for the support, for the love, for the encouragement to do this ride. I did it for myself, but I also want to say I did it for you, so you could see and follow along on the journey. I'm very grateful for everyone that has inspired me and pushed me and encouraged me to do this. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned to the channel because there's more adventures to come. And a special thanks, especially to my wife, Renee. She has been very supportive for me doing this. Renee made 2 special trips to come get me so I could get better gear in between the route and brought me back to where I'd left off. Man, I love her.